Hi there, gorgeous! Hope that you are having a fabulous day wherever you may be, and it's so nice to see you again. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I am reviewing a new collection that E.L.F has put out in collaboration with Jen Atkin in today's video, and if you are not familiar with Jen Atkin, she is a celebrity hairstylist, also the founder of the hair care line called Way, and everything in this collection is really interesting looking. It's not like anything that E.L.F has put out previously in terms of how it looks. But we'll try it out and we'll see if there's anything here worth checking out today or not. The first product I have to share with you is called Mist Me. This is a hydrating facial mist that you apply to the skin before makeup application. It's supposed to hydrate. You can also apply this in the middle of the day as a refreshing spray if you need a little bit of a pick-me-up. It does have coconut water in the ingredient list and it says it has a coconut scent to it. So go ahead and apply that. Oh, ooh, it has a very light mist too. I'm not sure if that came up on camera, but it's very fine and woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! It smells amazing. It's not overpowering. You can smell the coconut initially when you spritz it on, but wow, it feels so nice on the skin. I want to do that again. Can I do that again? Sure. It just feels so good. Okay, 2 thumbs up for that one so far. The next products I want to try, let's see. They have 2 eyeshadow palettes that were released with this collection, and they are in 2 different shades. So they have a light medium one, and I will show you that one here. So this is the light medium palette. And then they have one for medium to dark. And that is what that one looks like. So you get 3 complexion shades on the bottom of the palettes, and then you have 4 eyeshadows across the top. And for the most part, everything appears to be of a matte consistency. So the eyeshadows are definitely matte at the top there, but the complexion shades, you do get 1 shimmer, it looks like, with 2 mattes. I do want to use them both, so I may go with some of the deeper eyeshadows from the dark palette, and then the lighter complexion shades from this palette. So I'll go ahead and apply an eyeshadow primer. I'm using one from Alter Ego Cosmetics here today. Now I am out of my Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow at the moment, completely out. I couldn't believe I ran out of every backup I had purchased, so I have to get more. So in the interim, I'm trying to use up what I currently have, so I'm taking my MAC Blanc Type here today, and gosh, this is what I used before I discovered the Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow. I'm still going to get more of the Wet n Wild because I absolutely love those, but I'm trying to use up what I have, so this works. And this is a blending shade for those who don't know. It's just a shade that matches my skin tone, and I apply it before I apply any eyeshadow on my eyes. So from the light palette, I'm going to take this shade first. I like this because it's a cool brown. Like this would be nice, but it's a little too warm for what I'm looking for today. I'm really drawn to these 2 on the end here. A little powdery in texture, not horrible, but I can just see it when I'm picking it up on the brush that it's got a more loose consistency than not. So just letting you know that's what I'm experiencing so far with it, but it's going on rather nicely. I'm not seeing that much fallout. It's not too dark either. In the pan, it looks like it's going to be one of those that is just really, really dark, but it's going on as more of a medium shade as opposed to a really dark, deep brown. So I'm liking that. So what you're looking at here in my crease is about 3 layers of the eyeshadow. So I did have to build it slowly, but each layer went on with no difficulty whatsoever, and it was really easy to blend out and diffuse the edges of too. So far it's pretty good. I need to take a break to dry my hair, so I used this stuff today in case anyone's curious about what I have in my hair. That's all that I used. And then from the deep palette, I am taking this eyeshadow, which is a little darker looking, but the same cool tone spectrum brown like that one over there. You can see that they're similar. This one's just a little bit darker. And I will use that on the outer third of the eye and blend that in a little bit. I'm really liking how minimalist this collection is. It's not over the top. It's one of those that would be great for every day. I mean, trust me, I love to go over the top with color and all that, but I also appreciate an eyeshadow palette or a collection that has that minimalist approach to it, and that's what I'm finding with this. Sometimes when I put those really bright colors on my eyes, like if I wear teal or purple, Jet immediately notices and he's like, "You're wearing purple today? You're wearing blue today?" Like, he's so fascinated when I change up my eyes and I wear like a really bright color. He absolutely loves it. So I did a little bit of a test here between the light and the darker palettes to see what this shade at the front would look like between the two, because it looks like the same shade, right? It is. It's the same exact shade. And you can see on my fingers there, this is the light and that's the dark. So there's no difference with that shade. So I'm going to use the one from the light palette, and what I'll do is I'll apply a little bit of that to the inner half of the lid. Pretty neutral, basic look, but excellent quality. I had a tiny amount of fallout on this eye from one of the dark shade that I applied in the outer corner there, but that was it. And everything else has gone on with no issues. To finish the eyes, I'm going to take this deep shade from the light palette and I'm going to use that as my eyeliner. Angled brush, and I'll use that to apply very close to the lash line. Okay, we got our lashes on, and by the way, I am wearing the style Positivity today. These are a new style that was added to my lash line about a month or so ago, I want to say, and I absolutely love them. If you're interested in them, I'll have them linked for you below. The next product from this collection that I want to share with you is a brow pomade. It's just a simple, clear brow pomade, but what I love about this one so far that I can already see I'm going to like is the brush. That looks so awesome. I do already have my brow product applied today. I used the E.L.F, what is this? Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. No shade name to reference, so my apologies. If I ever need to replace it, well, I am up the creek without a paddle and you know what. So, I don't know, but it looks like that. It's like a reddish, maybe it's an auburn shade. I'm not really sure, but it's a great pencil nonetheless. So I'm going to take the brow pomade and brush it into the brows. Well, this is doing a beautiful job. I really, really, really do like that brush. It's doing an excellent job of making the brows put, you know, like, okay, how do I say this? Grooming the brows in place, put it that way. It makes them stay where you apply the pomade, and I like that. I can appreciate that. All right, pretty good, pretty good. The next product that I want to share with you from this collection, let's see, what do we have here next? They have these zero effort liners. It's a cream to powder pencil that can be used as an eyeliner or smudged out for a diffused eyeshadow look. So I am going to try one of those, but I do want to apply the rest of my face first before doing that, only because I like to apply eyeliner to my lower lash line after concealer and all that. So let me go do that real quick. I'll be right back. By the way, before I do that, I have to show you how these swatch, because I mean, God, it's not like a regular eyeliner, not like one I've ever tried before. This is amazing. Okay, this is the brown one, just so you can see what it looks like. So I'll swatch the black one here for you. I'm going to try to draw a heart backwards. This is going to be interesting. With my left hand, no less. Okay, look at that. Do you see that? It's so incredibly soft. This is one of the softest. I was just going to do swatches and then put them in as a B-roll insert while I was talking about the product, but I said no. The second that I swatched the first one, I said I have to show you how these swatch. My gosh. Okay, now I can't wait to put my face on so I can apply these. Okay, now that my hair is drying a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and put it back. That's better. All right, for the eyeliner, I think I want to use the brown one. Black is going to be a little too harsh for me today, so we'll go with that one. And I think I want to apply this on the waterline, only because I feel like that's one of the best areas to test an eyeliner. especially when it comes to seeing how it's going to last throughout the day. And I will be showing you an end of the day check-in, by the way, so you can see what it looks like. But did you see that? It just went right on with, with like, I didn't even barely touch my eye and it's there. Gosh, that's so good. Seeing how good that applied on my waterline makes me really want to try it on my lower lash line just to see how it will smudge, because it says it's supposed to smudge really good. So what I'll do is apply dots underneath my eyes like that. And then I'll take a brush and smudge it together. Ooh, works too good. I'm going to go ahead and blend some of that out so it's not so harsh. I'm hoping it lasts and it doesn't look like a hot mess at the end of the day, because if it isn't and it does hold up, it's going to be one of the best drugstore eyeliners I've ever tried. But now I've worn it down to nothing. So I really want to see how it's going to sharpen, because sometimes you can get a pencil that's really, really good and then it just doesn't sharpen worth a flip. I mean, have you ever experienced that? It's horrible. It's like, why? I'm gonna make a mess here, but that's okay. It's okay. I just want you to see in real time what it looks like. Yes, it sharpens really, really good. I don't have any like weird things going on with the pencil afterwards, and it looks spectacular. You know you love makeup when you get that excited about an eyeliner, an eyeliner, an eyeliner. Okay, so for the complexion products, I am going back to that light palette, and I'm going to take the shade right here to use as contour. I'm not going to take much because you know E.L.F. like I know E.L.F. and whoo, E.L.F. I'm going to apply it like that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. I'm loving that. This is great. Now, I did not need much. I will let you know that. It was the smallest amount that I took on the brush, and that is what I'm getting with the color payoff. So really, really nice to see. I am next going to take that blush shade in the middle of the palette there using the same brush. And again, not taking much. We'll apply it on the top. Oh, that's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. It reminds me of my favorite CoverGirl blush. So beautiful. And then for the highlight, I'm taking the shade at the end there, and I'm going to apply this with my finger. That's generally what I like to do with highlighter. I'll just sweep it on the top there. That's pretty too. That is super, super pretty. By the way, I forgot to mention it because I got so excited about the eyeliner, but if you're interested in what I'm wearing on my face today, I use the Pretty Fresh ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer, and I am in the shade... I don't know what shade I am. I'll have it in the description box for you. And I also use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, so that is what's underneath everything today. Oh, and the Rimmel powder. I applied that over the top. Now for lips, they came out with three lip duos. These are lipsticks that have a creamy formula but a rich matte finish. And it looks like it was a lip liner and a lipstick in one. I think today I'm gonna go with the red. Let's do the red because this look is so neutral, it can get away with it. And I'm loving this look, by the way. It is so beautiful. Would you be able to tell this was drugstore if you hadn't been told? I mean, it looks incredibly expensive. Now, it is what I would consider to be a rather dry lipstick. It's not, I mean, it has a creamy consistency to it, and hopefully you can see that come across in the application here, but it's not a moist creamy. I guess that's the best way I know how to say it. It's like a dry creamy formula. As of right now, I'm going to say, wow. Of course, that remains to be seen how they wear throughout the day. So I'll be back to show you an end of the day check-in, giving you my final thoughts on these products. But so far, I can just tell you I love the eyes and the lips and the face. I love it. Hi! Okay, so it's been about 8 hours roughly since I first applied the makeup products I showed you earlier, and I wanted to do a complete check-in with you. I haven't really had the opportunity to really examine everything because I've been dealing with my precious babes all day, so this is the first time I've really sat down to see the results. And I can tell you with the lipstick, let's just start with that. Sorry. This is what it has looked like all day long, and it looks pretty doggone good for the 8-hour mark. That's pretty impressive. The only thing I will tell you about it though is that it is not transfer proof. It goes everywhere. I mean, gosh, wearing red lipstick around kids is not fun because they want to touch your lips all day long. That was Jet. He was like, "You're wearing red lips? Oh, let me touch them. Oh, let me touch them." Yeah. So it is not transfer proof, unfortunately. It does feel matte on the lips though, so it's a little confusing. I'm not a real fan of the fact that it's not transfer proof, especially when it's being marketed as a matte lipstick. So for that, it's not my favorite, but we'll just leave it there. The eyes look fabulous as far as the eyeshadow goes. That has not faded at all. It hasn't creased. It hasn't muddied. It still looks just as beautiful as when I first applied it. The same with the eyeshadow I used as the liner on top there. The brow gel kept everything intact for the most part. I don't have any issues with that product. The face complexion products look fabulous. I mean, that looks amazing, and my skin looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving those products. Okay, now for that eyeliner that I just loved initially, right? I love that stuff. It's kind of done some really funky stuff on my eyes here, and so I'm going to do a real close shot for you so you can see up close what it actually looks like as I'm talking about it here. It has smudged pretty badly under my eyes and moved around a lot on the inner corners, especially, so you can see it real closely there. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not too happy to see that, and I'm kind of sad to say this because I loved it initially. You saw how great it was, how creamy it was. It was amazing, but obviously that has not worked to its advantage because I feel like the creaminess of the product is what has allowed for it to move around my eyes the way that it did. So I am just not too happy with that, unfortunately. Which brings me to the last product, that misting spray that I used at the very beginning. It did not affect the wear time of the makeup whatsoever. You can see that my face looks a little dewy right now. It's glowy, which is not bad at all. It does not look oily or greasy. It looks pretty beautiful, I feel like, for an 8-hour wear. And so this is absolutely a product that I will use in the future, and I really love how my skin felt after having used it. It's not just fun to spray, but it actually does feel nice on the skin. So overall, pretty happy with most everything I tried from this collection, with the exception of the eyeliners. And again, that's going to be a personal thing, up to your own unique body chemistry as to how well those will last. On me, obviously, they just don't last that well, which is really disappointing because, oh my gosh, they just so good on application. But anyway, let me know your thoughts if you've had the opportunity to try this collection out. Would love to hear what you think about it. And if you're interested in any of the products that I shared with you here today, I'll have all of them listed and linked for you below in the description box. Thank you for being here, for taking the time to watch, and I want to wish you a beautifully blessed rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you again next time.